Hi! So, welcome sa ating ika-14th day ng diary. And then, siguro, ito rin yung ika-13th natin. So, pagkasamahin natin dahil kahapon hindi tayo nakapag-upload sa kadahilan ng may mga tinapos tayo. At the same time, may tinulungan tayong kaibigan. So, yesterday, yung ginawa lang naman natin is, ayun, nag-work tayo. So, since naging okay na yung pakiramdam natin, so, ayun, kumbaga nakapag-work na tayo sa kanya, pero hindi pa rin ako umabot ng madaling araw na pagtatrabaho. So pahinga pa rin kasi nga at least 3 days na pahinga yung nagawa ko sa katawan ko na hindi nagpupuyat ng sobra. So, and then sa araw din na yun, so may kaibigan ako tinulungan na defense kasi na sa thesis. So ayun, tumulong tayo dun sa isa ba niyang mga gawain kasi may issue dun sa group niya. So at least lang tayo, support lang tayo dun sa ibang mga part na pwedeng makatulong kasi nga last day na yun, defense na kinabukasan. So ayun, kaya hindi ako nakapag-vlog kasi dito natulog yung kaibigan ko. So which is nahihiya naman ako mag-vlog or magawa ng diary sa harap ng ibang tao kasi nga ayun, kumbaga parang hindi ko siguro may share kung ano yung gusto kong sabihin or mahihiya ako na marinig yung sinasabi ko, which tulad ngayon. So, kasi ngayon ito, so solo ako, so I can say anything na gusto ko. Pero pag may ibang tao, ayun, hindi kasi siya yung normal vlog na ginagawa lang. So, this diary film is yun nga, walang cuts, so anything na parang sasabihin ko is talagang that is raw, kung ano lang yung maisip ko. So, ayun. So, anyway, ayun, kumbaga yung part naman na 13 natin, so everything is okay naman. So, nag-okay na rin yung pakiramdam natin. And then, konting pahinga na nga lang. So, ayun. And then, natapos natin yung mga jobs natin. May mga ilan lang na nag-arise na bago kasi dun sa project na ginagawa ko is nag-stop ako dahil may mga ibang ni-raise na issue dun sa mga previous na projects na adjustment lang naman. So, natapos din naman natin siya. Kaya, ayun, kumbaga, kumain din siya ng oras sa development. Pero today, so ngayong araw na to, ayun, so tinuloy natin yung sa work na natin. And then, meron din tayong tinulungan na isang kaibigan. So, yun naman yung sa tropa ko din na ang nangyari naman is yung parang client niya sa project. So, ayun, may de-develop sila, which is nagkaroon lang sila ng issue dun sa part ng development kasi nga first time sila mag-develop and then yung ka-team niya is hindi rin aware, so nagkaroon ng issue, so kailangan niyang manghingi ng tulong. So kasi ako aware ako dun sa ginagawa, which almost the same siya sa project na ginagawa ko as of now. So kaya ayun, kami naging team na bigla para tulungan ko siya doon kasi kailangan din yung masubmit or magkaroon dapat ng updates within the week. So kaya ayun, sinetup namin ngayong araw. So inayos namin yung mga kailangan ayusin. And then ayun, so waiting kami sa ibang feedback ng client para hingi naman yung mga files and everything para ma-up yung gusto nilang site. So ayun, naging okay naman ang lahat ngayong araw na to. So dire-diretso lang dun sa mga projects. So this project na nangyari ngayong ding araw is yung blessing sa atin. So another income kahit paano. So ayun, so thankful dahil may mga ganong mga biglaang blessing na dumarating sa atin. So ayun lang naman yung nangyari sa ating araw kasi nga nasa loob lang ako ng bahay. Kaya ayun. Pero sa mga susunod na araw, so ayun, may mga plans kasi na nangyari ngayon. So this coming Saturday, so magkakaroon kami ng recording dito rin sa bahay. So yun yung 8 rhymes na grupo namin. And then i-edit na rin namin yung isang music video. Tutuloy namin yung sa coloring and then sa effects. So hopefully within the month talaga ma-release namin yung isang music video na ginawa namin. At marami pang iba kasi mga susunod. So then sa mga music na i-record, so yun, marami kami i-record dito kaya magkakaroon din ng overnight, which I don't know kung makakapag diary film ulit tayo noon sa Sabado kasi nga ayun, may ibang tao, so hindi ko alam kung makakapagsalita ba ako doon, but I will try to change that into a vlog naman siguro kasi nga since marami kami dito, so I can vlog everything na mangyayari. So I don't know lang kung magiging diary film setup siya, but we will try our best to para at least consistent yung mga gawa natin. Pero yun, so baka mag-antay ulit kayo Sabado, so baka hindi agad ako makapag-upload on same thing na nangyari kahapon. So ayun naman, so kaya may mga plans pa rin tayo sa mga susunod na araw. But yun nga, kapag kasi wala akong ginagawa talaga or nandito lang sa bahay, so more likely yung may share ko sa inyo is about sa job lang, mga ganang bagay. And then something to share kung yung mga nakita ko din sa social media or anything na mga napapanood ko, mga ganun. So, yun lang nangyayari sa ating buong araw. So, okay tayo. Ang feeling ko ngayon pala is okay na ako yung pakiramdam ko. So, bumalik na rin almost yung panlasa ko. Yung umaga hindi pa okay. Pero ngayong gabi, so, ayun, medyo okay na siya. Nakaramdam na ako ng, basta yung panlasa ko is okay na. So, yun ako ng mga soft drinks din kasi. Pero hindi mo yung soft drinks So, ayun. Bali, okay na tayo. So, I hope na magtuloy-tuloy sa mga susunod na araw para tomorrow siguro baka makapag late night na tayo tulog. So, as of now pala, ang oras natin ngayon is 12 p.m. So, late na rin. So, after nitong vlog, matutulog na rin ako. Pero, let me share you yung video na napanood ko ngayon. Napanood ko na siya before, pero isa sa parang nagpapamotivate sa akin every time na napapakinggan ko siya lagi. So, si Denzel Washington, kung kilala niyo siya. So, ito pakinggan niyo yung speech niya, maikling speech na I hope may matutunan kayo or maisip niyo.
I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living." Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and picking your major and deciding what you want to do with life, I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honey. But I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything. I want to fall forward. I figure at least this way I'll see what I'm going to hit. Without consistency, you'll never finish. So do what you feel passionate about. Take chances. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test was 9 dots, and you had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. The only way to do it was to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams. Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People remember the home runs. Fall forward. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Because the 1,001st was the light bulb. Fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You've got to take risks, and I'm sure you've probably heard that before, but I want to talk to you about why that's so important. You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There's no doubt about it. And I know that's probably not a traditional message for a graduation ceremony, but hey, I'm telling you, embrace it, because it's inevitable. In the acting business, you fail all the time. Early on in my career, I auditioned for a part in a Broadway musical. Perfect role for me, I thought, except for the fact that I can't sing. I didn't get the job. But here's the thing. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. I walked out of there to prepare for the next audition, and the next audition, and the next audition. I prayed. I prayed, and I prayed. But I continued to fail, and fail, and fail. But it didn't matter, because you know what? There's an old saying, you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later you're gonna get a haircut. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break. Last year, I did a play called Fences on Broadway. But here's the kicker. It was at the Court Theater. It was at the same theater that I failed that first audition 30 years prior. The point is, every graduate here today has the training and the talent to succeed. But do you have the guts to fail? If you don't fail, you're not even trying. I'll say it again. If you don't fail, you're not even trying. To get something you never had, you have to do something you never did. So imagine you're on your deathbed, and standing around your deathbed are the ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential. The ghost of the ideas you never acted on. The ghost of the talents you didn't use. And they're standing around your bed, angry, disappointed, and upset. They say, we came to you because you could have brought us to life, they say. And now we have to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, how many ghosts are going to be around your bed when your time comes? I just got back from South Africa. It's a beautiful country, but there are places there with terrible poverty that need help. And Africa is just the tip of the iceberg. The Middle East needs your help. Japan needs your help. Alabama needs your help. Tennessee needs your help. Louisiana needs your help. Philadelphia needs your help. The world needs a lot, and we need it from you. We really do. We need it from you young people. I mean, I'm not speaking for the rest of us up here, but I know I'm getting a little grayer. We need it from you, the young people, because remember this. You got to get out there. You got to give it everything you got, whether it's your time, your talent, your prayers, or your treasures. What are you going to do with what you have? I'm not talking about how much you have. Some of you are business majors, some of you are theologians, nurses, sociologists. Some of you have money, some of you have patience, some of you have kindness, some of you have love, some of you have the gift of long suffering. Whatever it is, whatever your gift is, what are you going to do with what you have? All right, now here's my last point about failure. Sometimes it's the best way to figure out where you're going. Your life will never be a straight path. I began at Fordham University as a pre-med student. I took a course called the cardiac morphogenesis. I couldn't read it, I couldn't say it, I sure couldn't pass it. So then I decided to go into pre-law, then journalism. And with no academic focus, my grades took off in their own direction. I was a 1.8 GPA. And the university very politely suggested that it might be better to take some time off. I was 20 years old. I was at my lowest point. And then one day, and I remember the exact day, March 27th, 1975, I was helping my mother in her beauty shop. My mother owned a beauty shop up in Mount Vernon. And there was this older woman who was considered one of the elders in the town. And I didn't know her personally, but I was looking in the mirror, and every time I looked at the mirror, I could see her behind me, and she was staring at me. she just kept looking at me. Every time I looked at her, she kept giving me these strange looks. So she finally took the dryer off her head and she said something I'll never forget. She said, "Young boy, I have a prophecy, a spiritual prophecy." She said, "You are going to travel the world and speak to millions of people." And in the years that followed, just as that woman prophesied, I have traveled the world and I have spoken to millions of people through my movies. Millions who up till this day couldn't see me, who up till this day I couldn't see while I was talking to them, and they couldn't see me, they could only see the movie. They couldn't see the real me. But I see you today, and I'm encouraged by what I see. And I'm strengthened by what I see. Because taking risk is not just about going for a job. It's also about knowing what you know and what you don't know. It's about being open to people and to ideas. The chances you take, the people you meet, the people you love, the faith that you have, that's what's going to define you. Never be discouraged. Never hold back. Give everything you got. And when you fall throughout life, remember this: fall forward.
So yun yung speech na pinapakinggan ko. So dahil sa sinabi ni Denzel Washington, sobrang daming learnings kang makukuha. So the way kung paano niya sinasabi ang mga bagay-bagay sa mga graduate students. So ayun, kumbaga yung failure is nandun na yan lagi. So kasama siya sa mga bagay na gusto natin. Kasi hindi lahat ng gusto mo is bigla ang ma-achieve or makukuha mo agad siya ng madali lang. So kumbaga, i-embrace mo yung mga times na nadadapa tayo sa mga bagay na pinagdadaanan natin. So, magpa-fail ka sa mga bagay na akala mo tama or okay. So, hindi lahat is sasang-ayon sa kagustuhan natin. Kasi yung plano na iniisip natin, minsan hindi yun talaga yung para sa atin. Sometimes, ang Panginoon is may binibigay siyang bagay na hindi natin pinapanalangin. So, madalas, dun tayo nagkakaroon ng mga blind spot sa buhay. So, we pray for this kind of things. We pray for this kind of fortune. But at some point, God will provide you something na binigay sa'yo dan sa mga tabi mo, natutulong sa'yo, pero hindi mo yung nare-realize na yung pala yung pinapanalangin natin. Na yung tutulong sa'yo ng mga tao o yung tutulong sa'yo ng mga bagay is malayo dun sa pinagpe-pray mo. So kaya sana is ma-appreciate natin yung mga ganung bagay kasi minsan dun tayo nalilihes. Should I say yung part na hindi natin nabibigyan ng puwang yung mga bagay na ibinibigay na pinagkakaloob na pala sa atin ng Panginoon. Yung mga tulong o na siyang makakapagbigay sa atin ng pinagpapanalangin natin. Yung pala yung mga dapat mas na-appreciate natin. So, I know na medyo parang malayo yung mga explanation ko, but I know na nagigets niyo yung gusto kong sabihin. So, dun sa last na sinabi din ni Denzel Washington, so, fall forward. So, in case na nadadapa na tayo sa mga times na hirap tayo sa buhay, nahirap tayo sa mga bagay na pinagdadaan natin, mga problema or anything, so wag kang babagsak patalikod. So bumagsak ka pasugod dahil muli kang babangon dito. So, sa panahon kasi natin ngayon, in case na nadapa ka dan, o natumba ka dan, paurong, walang sasalo sa'yo. Unless meron ka na na-build na mga kaibigan, mga tao na handang tulungan ka sa oras na walang-wala ka. Pero ngayon na hanggat sarili mo lang ang kasama mo, may mga goals ka, dreams ka na ikaw lang ang alam mong makakagawa at makapag-motivate sa sarili mo, kailangan tulungan mo ang sarili mong bumangon. Kailangan tulungan mo ang sarili mo na magpursige sa mga bagay na gusto mo. Kasi ikaw at ikaw lang din ang gagawa ng bagay o makakagawa ng mga yan. Sa tulong din ng Panginoon. Pag-pray mo yan, mga bagay na yan. Doon din sa sinabi ni Denzel Washington, so I prayed, but I failed. So, yun yung mga times na hindi yan para sa'yo. Yung pinagpapanalangin mo, so hindi pa yan yung tamang oras. May tamang oras na nakalaan para sa'yo. Kaya, magpatuloy na tayo sa mga prayer. And I know, once na right time, right place, bibigay ng Panginoon. So, doon tayo dapat mag-focus na huwag kang give up sa laban ng buhay. Okay? So, laban lang tayo lagi dahil ganun talaga ang buhay. Nasa mahirap na part tayo ngayon. Eventually, kinabukasan, nandun na tayo sa tuktok. So, wag mong ipagpapalit ang prayer sa kahit na ano. Malaki ang nagagawa ng prayer sa lahat, sa ating mga tao. So, manalig lang tayo sa Panginoon. I know, nag-i-guide niyo tayo dyan. So, yun lang for today. So, hindi ako gaano nag-share sa inyo ng mga bagay-bagay, but that clip na pinanood ko sa inyo, so, marami kayong makukuhang mga learnings doon. So, isa yun sa mga ginagawa ko minsan, lalo na pag nagde-develop ako ng program. So, I try to listen to those motivational speech or life-changing na mga nangyari sa ibang tao just to, alam yun, to boost my confidence when it comes dun sa mga nangyari sa kanila na struggles na na-conquer nila. So, as me, na ganito, individual, so marami rin akong mga dreams sa buhay. But hindi pa yun, kumbaga ngayon, is hinuhulma ko pa lang ang mga bagay-bagay. So I need to gain some strength sa mga pioneer natin, kung sino man yung mga nandan na talagang mga successful na. So sila sa dapat na winawatch natin. So, para, ayun, makita nyo ano ba yung reason bakit sila nandun. At the same time, alam nyo yung reason before sila napunta doon. Hindi naman kasi basta-basta na nandun sila sa tuktok nang hindi nila narating yung mga, or hindi nila nadaanan yung mga bagay na pinagdadaanan rin natin ngayon. Okay? So, yun lang sa ngayon. So, I hope na okay ka. So, thank you sa pagsubaybay sa ating diary film, sa pagsama sa akin sa bawat araw ng ito na nangyayari sa akin. So, sana sa mga susunod is magawa pa natin yung mga marami pang sharings ako magagawa na outside dito sa aking kwarto na kinauupuan every time na nagkukwento ko sa inyo. But I hope na okay lang ang lahat. So, okay? So, let us pray lang lagi. Huwag niyong kakalimutan yan. Paggising nyo, pag kumakain kayo, pag matutulog kayo, everything na ipagpapasalamat nyo, mga blessing na darating, mga problema man yan, ipag-pray natin. Okay? So, maraming salamat. So, ingat ka palagi. God bless.